Welcome to another Monday night Geek-Inspired Podcast. Yes, we are here once again on a Monday, so it's not Wednesday. We do apologize for the whole mix-up that we had last week. It's just we couldn't do it on Monday. We had prior engagements, so...
Well, it's not a secret anymore, we can say. That it was Zaffa Geeks' birthday.
We had to celebrate Zaffa's birthday with him, so... It's an important thing.
Yeah, we had two very special, important birthdays last week, including one, Zuf Duffy, on Saturday.
So what?
I said we had two very important, special birthdays last week, including one Zuf Duffy, who was sitting right there.
Sorry, I didn't hear that because Kessa's got her phone blaring in my ear. So all I could hear was myself speaking to myself, speaking to myself, speaking to myself. It was rather annoying. Apparently, this is not Kes. I am married to a unicorn. Anyway, so
she is that special.
We have a very special guest here with us today, Sargent Curry Pants. Welcome. Tell us just a little bit about yourself. We want to know all about Sargent Curry Pants, if you please.
Well, my pants isn't made of curry. That's the first thing. I am Sargent Curry Pants, but my pants ain't made of curry. I stream on Twitch. I tweet. I make bad jokes. I constantly make Geekoscopy cry with my bad jokes. And yeah, sometimes I do a TikTok.
You don't make me cry, you make me cringe.
Yeah, the cringe of pain.
Extremely uncomfortable in Sarge's chat. Sarge's chat is the zone of uncomfortability. Is that
like the minute I went too far in any joke, I can just tell Geekoscopy is just going to be like, okay, guys, I'm going to bed right now. It's like, good night. I have work tomorrow. And I'm like, I overdid it.
It's you and Fifi. You and Fifi should start a podcast and it will be the funniest shit ever.
You're always there. You're always there. When Fifi and I stream, you're always there until it gets too painful and it's like, these women, I'm done. I'm done.
Can't handle it. So, okay, you also make TikTok videos. We forgot to mention that. Although I haven't seen you posting that much recently.
Oh, don't look today then. Because I just did like a spam bunch of posts today. You're going to get bombarded with it.
I'm going to see all the Sarge. All the
Good
Sarge.
luck.
How did you actually...
Incoming crowd from Sargent Curry Pants' side. Sorry. I choked.
It's choking.
He choked when he mentioned the people that come from my side. Like, damn.
Yes, because it's the Geek-Inspired Podcast. It's supposed to be our people coming here.
Sarge brought her whole division in her curry army.
Interesting crowd. That's all I can say.
Whole division. It's like a whole other company she's sending through.
Beware, people.
Sargent Curry Pants 101111111111 company. Or novel, huh? How good am I?
Interesting.
We're bigger than Herbalife, okay? We sell dreams.
You better be bigger than Herbalife.
That's what
Livestock.
You're right. You're going to cringe me to death. If you
I can see the physical pain. I can see physical pain in both of your eyes. Like, I see it.
I can see why Tunes leaves so early, you know?
Even the unicorn in the corner is like, I'm done. Take me home.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Tunes and I are going to be cringe. You're going to see us lying on the chair.
It's like she's worse than everybody's bad. Like,
overdose. Sarge,
yeah, no, it's interesting.
How did you get your name? When did you decide that this is what you're going to call yourself on the internet?
I like how that question was phrased. Okay, so there's a bit of a bad story behind this. I used to be Freakzilla, okay?
What?
I liked Godzilla, okay? But at the time, Helenzilla was running, okay? And people on Twitter thought I was making fun of Helen. So I needed a new name. And my friend was playing Call of Duty, and I was watching because I can't shoot for shit. So I just watch, and I was eating curry. And as he's shooting his shot, and I'm eating my curry, I dropped some on my pants. And for some dumb reason, I promise you, I was sober. I was sober as shit. I said, I am Sargent Curry Pants. And it was a joke. And we did it for the day. I said, for the day, I will change my Twitter handle. And then it stuck. And I was stuck with the name, Sargent Curry Pants.
So hot. The curry was so hot, it actually made her demented.
Yep.
And that's how the name came about. The curry made her high.
Drunk on curry. That's the thing about bad jokes. When they stick for life. Now I'm Curry Pants.
Yeah, they're like snuffed on a wool blanket.
Yeah.
You are now stuck with it.
Forever.
I don't even know what my real name is anymore. I just give up.
It's Nikita. You should know that.
Know that?
She's forgotten her own name.
I don't even know.
Because no one calls you that anymore. It's just all Sarge.
It's bad. Like sometimes I hear Sarge on TV and I'm like, who called me?
Who called me?
Oh!
Hey, Sarge, get over here. Are you talking to me?
So you walk up to people and go, hi, I'm Sargent Curry Pants.
Yeah. It's just I don't know when I last said Nikita. I don't know. Work's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I don't know when last I called you by your real name. I don't, ever, actually. It's either Angel or Kez.
Kez is easier.
If he calls you by his real name, it's gonna be like, are we having a problem? Is there a problem?
Yeah, then you know there's a problem. Then you know there's a problem.
Like when you're a kid and your mom or dad says like your full all your names, and you go, okay, shit's going down now. It's happening. It's happening.
I feel sorry for Anton. Antonius Posparis, blah 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 Ackerman. You're like, what? He had 5 middle names. The poor guy. His dad, when he was pissed off at him, would say all of them, and you knew he was angry. It was bad.
Yo. Damn.
So some of our loyal viewers' tunes have joined us.
Jonathan has joined, and Tom has joined.
The Geek Squad, yes. The Geek Squad has joined. Is that what we're calling them now?
Yeah.
Linked people.
That's what I call them.
People asked me. I should have linked. I'm so freaking dumb.
Ours, by the way, is called the Litter.
The Litter.
Meow Cake.
The Litter.
It's a cat.
Meow Cake Litter.
Meow Cake is our mascot. So Meow Cake being our mascot, the people who follow us on Twitch and watch us on Twitch are called the Litter. Cat, litter, litter of kittens, litter.
Yes, Jonna, you're on a squad now, because he says, oh, I'm on a squad now? I like this. And Tom said, don't worry, he'll link your people, don't worry.
Thank you so much. Because somebody asked on my Instagram and I didn't get to it because I'm stupid. But yeah, thank you so much.
Watch, we'll be inundated. The chat will just start going. Like, okay, we can't answer all these questions, and then you're gonna put it down. I know you are. You're gonna put that thing down.
I don't have my original Twitter anymore, because then you would have gotten like the old boomers coming in, like, what is this? What is that? What? This is a podcast. What is a podcast? I don't. What button do I press?
How do I smash the like button?
This is technically a stream. It's not really a podcast at the moment.
It's not a podcast.
It's a podcast when it goes onto sound. Otherwise, it's a vodcast.
Yeah, it's a podcast with stream. I don't know. I'm calling it a stream.
I'm calling it a vodcast.
It's both.
They're gonna be like, "Can you guys see me? Can they see me too, or is it just one side?"
Sounds like my dad.
Oh my gosh.
Shame. Apparently my poor dad wanted to send a video.
Yeah, shame. He wanted to add to the videos for the collection because I did like this whole long video thing for Zip for his birthday. He's like, I'm too technically challenged. Yeah.
Oh.
He tried it, he couldn't get it right.
Yeah, so he phoned me. He phoned me on my birthday and said, "Oh, I couldn't do it. I don't know what's wrong. This phone is so stupid."
He got a new phone.
Because he got a new phone. He's like, "This phone is stupid. I don't know how it works."
That's exactly what my dad does too. It's like it's the phone's problem.
Yeah,
Like if the button is just a different
It is
color.
the phone's fault. It's like he got a new laptop, and it's the laptop's fault that he can't use it.
Yeah. It's never their fault.
No.
Nope. It's what we love about our parents. It is really what we love about our parents.
It's the
So how
cutest-
did you, or what made you decide to get into content creation? Dad,
Okay,
I'm sure.
Well, I didn't think I was going to do content. My friends were doing it. And at that time, everybody was doing it. And I was just like hopping into their streams. And they were like, you know what? You're kind of weird. You should stream. And I was like, thank you. And then I just did it for one day as a joke. And then eventually people kept coming in. And then I was like, oh!
Riveting entertainment on Sargent's channel.
As you can see, sometimes
She was like, oh!
she was like, "Woo!"
I'm sure she was like that when it happened.
And then I did it.
That was amazing.
I'm a very professional streamer, guys.
We all.
You know what? It's fine. We've spoken about this already. We have. This is how it works. The Geek-Inspired Podcast is full of technical difficulties. Usually, it's either tunes or ourselves that cause the problems.
Yeah.
Sometimes, on the rare occasion,
It's the guest.
it's the guest.
Okay. You reminded me of
Today-
I'm a
It's
very
the guest.
professional guest, guys.
Yeah, we can see the professionalism.
professional guest. Profesh.
Oh, and it's
Profesh.
being clipped. So it's on the internet forever.
Whoever
Tom
clipped
did
that, GG,
I'm damn
GG, whoever
sure
clipped
Tom
that.
did
On the SA Geeks, and you can't take it
Tom-
because we control the channel.
Yes, it was Tom who did that.
I can just
Chicken
picture
wingers.
Kez is gonna do this thing where she makes a teaser and she's like, and this is our very professional guest. Sargent Curry Pants.
Yes.
We are so professional. Oh, wait!
This is the Geek-Inspired Podcast being professional. This is the Geek-Inspired Podcast all the time.
Totally not wearing sweatpants underneath this, just like
Oh no,
course.
we saw the sweatpants because the camera went down, so the whole world saw the sweatpants.
You can't hide it from us, Nikita. You can't hide it from us.
damn it.
So how hot is it down in the south of the world?
It's getting cold now. It's getting very cold.
Mm.
But like our cold is nothing compared to you guys, so
Yeah,
I can't
well,
even
not according to what everyone has said. So
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, it's cold. It's 13 degrees Celsius. Oh, it's so cold. It's like we're sitting at 13 now. It's not that cold.
When you get to the minus, like, 9s, 10s, then come talk
11s.
to us.
I
We
can't
had.
even-
Yeah.
We're gonna have a storm this year, by the way. It's gonna be like a minus 12, minus 13. Just so you know.
I'll die. I
That's
will
normal.
die.
In Durban,
I can't even
winter
The
is
below
like winter
zero.
land.
I can't.
You know why everyone goes to the Durban in July?
Because it's warm?
Because Durban's always freaking warm.
Yeah. We got winter light here. We got winter light. It's sugar free. That's why.
The programmers knew what to do with Durban. They were like, nope, we'll make this place warm all the time.
Yeah.
In the simulation,
When
they
we
were like,
finally get a small winter, it's like we can't handle it. Like, no, we're dying.
yeah,
This
that
is
1 week.
impossible.
No, but the Durbanites are the best, man. When it starts to rain, you all run for cover. So Joburgers are like, it's
Yo,
not that bad.
it's true. Oh man, Durban thunderstorms though. It's like a rave that just happens, and Telkom's like, no,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is cancelled today.
Yeah. Every electronics in your house is cancelled. That's what Durban thunderstorm is like. You go around, you put everything off.
When you call, when you get that slight drizzle in Durban, you gotta call Telkom the next day. Like, my line is down.
Yeah. You call
You get a slight
DSTV, be
drizzle,
like,
your electricity goes off.
You call Telcom to fix the internet.
That one.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So with all your random, like the very professional camera fall that happened there, how do you get your ideas for your TikTok videos?
You know what? It's so weird. I blame coffee. Because every time I had a random thought, it was when I was drinking coffee. So I used to do like Sarge's coffee thoughts on Twitter. And then eventually I started to save those. And I was like, let me try making TikToks about those weird thoughts. And then eventually I just kept doing it. So I blame caffeine for all my weird ideas. Like, don't be like me. I'm very caffeinated, even right now. That's why I'm weird. Like,
that's why your camera fell.
It
shook as much as you did.
Yeah, your camera's on that caffeine high.
My camera was like, I can't.
Too much coffee. Too much caffeine.
My camera's like, I'm ending it right now. I'm done with the stream. I'm gonna die. Like now.
Silverback, aka Jonathan, says, "Oi, don't blame the coffee."
No.
Yeah, actually, it's true because he's a writer. I think Chicken Wingers is a technician.
I think so.
This is ice cream biting Jonathan. This is Jonathan
going to be a computer teacher.
Bites ice cream.
And we all live on coffee.
Tunes is a
Tunes is a scientist, and he lives on coffee.
But she's a
I don't
doctor
know coffee.
too.
Yeah. Two different WhatsApp group doctors, but doctors nonetheless.
Yeah, two different doctors.
Yeah, and there'll be a third one eventually.
Let's just say coffee created madness. Let's just say that, okay?
Coffee equals chaos. It makes sense.
Yeah, that's how it works. But there'll be so there will be a third doctor. There will be.
Not for a while.
Not for a while. It's going to take me about 5 years, but there will be a third doctor.
Nice.
I'm not going to be a medical doctor, just so everyone knows. It's a very boring kind of doctor. I'm going to be a professor or a doctor of naval history.
That's cool.
That is fancy.
Cool.
In other words, a teacher.
Fancy.
Professor.
GG, dude. That's kind of badass.
It was suggested to me, actually.
That is
Tom says no great story ever started with a glass of apple juice.
Yeah, exactly. It's always coffee.
Are you sure about that? You sure
coffee.
there was never a good apple juice story?
Okay, your dissertation.
I mean, Rugrats had some good apple juice stories. Like,
but we have a good orange story.
We've got a good orange story, though.
Yeah. You see, we have evidence that fruit juices could lead to much fun. We have the story. And we still need to discuss what our esports.
Don't start breakfast punch again, Geekoscopy. Don't you dare. Ruthie and I would rage. Don't start that shit again. No.
You guys can have your breakfast punch. Me and Kez, because we're starting an esports team called the Lorange team.
I've actually already started with Gran Turismo, eh? Just so you know, Gran Turismo, we're starting the team. It's called the Lorange team. Just so you know, it's the SA Geeks Team Lorange.
Team Lorange.
Nice.
So if you got Gran Turismo, you're gonna have to join me and start the team.
I will be a part of the squad.
Right, but now back to Nikita, who's the star of the show.
Back to Nikita.
To me, guys, I'm here.
It's all about you. This is what it's about.
Yeah.
We get off track. Sorry, we generally get off track.
So now that we mentioned the D word, what is it like studying medicine abroad? And is it weird now having to sign your name as doctor?
Man, okay. For the first one, it is studying abroad was scary at first because listen, I was not that kid that could do laundry. I was lazy as shit. I didn't even know how to cook properly. I didn't understand how to do anything. And then the next thing I know, I was on my own. Like I was just like, my parents were like, bye, I don't care. Bye-bye. And I was there. And like nobody spoke. Like they could speak English, but they didn't want to. they were making it hard. Like everybody spoke either Hindi or French. And I was like, I can't do French. I can't. I tried. I'm very bad at it. And then I could do Bollywood Hindi. And I was like, this is terrible. It's like, so I had to like adapt. And then my accent got jacked. Like I sounded so bizarre. When I went home again, my mom was like, why do you talk that way? And I was like, I don't know. Then I started to force the Durban accent. Like I was forcing it. I was like, and then it stuck and I'm back to being Durban again. But like, it was tough.
How
and
long?
Like where I lived, it was all like people see Mauritius and they see the adverts, right? They see beaches and they think, oh, it's all like that. She's on an island and she's probably where the blue waters are and the sand. I was in the sugarcane fields.
What?
I was in the middle. It was like Courage the Cowardly Dog, middle of nowhere. Like I used to order pizza. Not even joking. Like we used to order pizza, and the pizza guy couldn't find us, and we could see his bike going around the cane fields. So we needed something bright to like wave as a flag in the cane field so he could see us, and he still can't see us. So one day, my friend took somebody's underpants. It was like really red, okay? Right? And they stuck it on a broomstick handle and they started waving it. And that's how we would get our pizza.
Okay.
That was life abroad.
That's an amazing story.
It was a weird but fun life. Like it was very weird. And we were broke all the time, so it was more fun. Because we were just poor. And then
fun is poor. Somebody clip that. Fun is poor.
Fun is poor. Like poor is fun. And like even the part of signing doctor in my name, I can't even bring myself to say doctor. I feel so awkward about it. Because I don't even know how I got there. I don't know how that happened. And it's not that I'm humble. I am not humble. I am deeply confused how I ended up in that situation. Like to date, my parents look at me and they're like, damn, that dumbass child made it. And I'm like, I know. It's like this lingering imposter syndrome of like, I'm a doctor. I am deeply scared for my patients.
Are you a GP though, or are you a surgeon?
GP. So then it's going to be me doing internship and comm service under like a general thing. And then you specialize in, I don't even know what I want to specialize in. Like, I don't even know
what you want to specialize in either.
Donut surgery.
But you can be the funny doctor wearing like the clown noses and the outfits and making your people smile.
You see, she can't do that. So she's telling you to do that. Because she's going to be a psychologist. She can't do that. If she does she might freak her patients.
They're going to be like, am I hallucinating or does she have
Exactly.
a
She's going to scare the shit out of her patients if she does that. So she says every other doctor should do that. It's bad.
So want her to be my psychologist.
Evil.
Like, can you imagine me sitting for therapy there, like, please put the bunny hat back on. It helps me feel comfortable. Yeah, like I just do that again. Bunny.
Doctor, what happened to your ears? They're so small.
Imagine she forgets to take the hat off when I'm done, and then the next patient is like there, and she's like, "Oh, sorry, my other patient has like this weird request. I'll take it off."
All right. So firstly, I would like to say welcome to Lola B or Lola B. I think it's Lola B.
It's Lola
welcome. Sorry, this is the first time on your on our channel. We've been around for a while. But well,
this is pretty Lola. This is pretty Lola.
Yeah.
Lola B just got Twitch last week to watch me specifically.
Lola B is one of Chun's friends.
In that case, welcome to Twitch and welcome to us or ourselves as the SA Geeks. You can see a lot more of us later, but we'll talk about that just now. Nikita!
Tom has a question for you.
Silverback firstly likes to say that you are the berserk medic of the team. The medic who runs around with a shotgun. You know, because every medic runs around with a shotgun.
Yeah.
That makes sense because I can't do distance shots. I have to have a shotgun anyway, so that makes sense. Stop making fun of my
in
shooting.
World War II, they all carry shotguns because they used to shoot their enemy and then say, "Are you alright?" Are you alright?
I'm a medic. Are you okay?
I'll promise. I'll fix you.
This will take the pain away quickly.
Yeah. Sarge would be the medic on the South African A team.
Imagine if I say that's how we give vaccines, all the Karens will be like, I knew it.
They cut it to vaccine.
And then also, Tom has 2 questions for you. He wants to know what's the hardest part during your studies, especially during lockdown. And then, did you also have the issue of reading the words fully and all of a sudden someone told you pronounced the food wrong?
Oh my God, it's like he knows me. Okay, I think the
like
hardest
he's watched
part.
you before.
I know, it's like he knows me personally. I think the hardest part is I'm not big on studying. That's the problem I have. So if I have to study, I can't study like normal people where it's 2 weeks before an exam and they memorize and they got it because they can concentrate. I have to study like a year before the damn exam to like get there because I can't focus. So during lockdown, I'd have K-dramas on and that would be playing. And then that would keep me, for some reason, focused on the exam because I had something chilled in the background. Like, otherwise, it's just hard because it's like lockdown and the only thing you have around you is books. Like, look at this crap. Like, and I hate studying. I don't like it. I got to caffeinate so much to study. And like, the mispronouncing food thing, all the time. Not even just food. Like, I pronounce things wrong all the time. Like, every single... And people are like, you sound so Durban. You pronounce it like a Durban person. I'm like, because that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
It happens so much. Like, I get tongue-tied in streams as well, and I just say the wrong thing. I'm like, guys, it is now officially called that word. Like, that is the word we're calling it.
Now on.
He says, don't worry, when he was in Mauritius as well. Don't worry, Nikita, when I was in Mauritius as well, so I had the food pronunciation wall.
Yep. Because it's like with them, they say... Yeah, they don't say food like the way you guys would say it, like normally. Like, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, I don't even know if I can say this on stream, but the way Coke was pronounced,
Oh, jeez.
it sounded. Yeah, can I say it?
Yeah.
You're restricted to 18, so yes.
Okay, so I went to order some Coke, right? Because we were having a lunch break, and the guy says, "Would you like some cock?" And I sat there, and I looked at him, and he's looking at me, and I'm like, "Coke," and he's like, "Cock," and I just froze. I was like, "Excuse me?"
No, thank you, sir. I would prefer a Coca-Cola, thank you.
I was like, "Okay, no, thank you." Mm-mm. Yeah,
Not today.
And certain things just stick to you. It's like, why am I pronouncing it like this? Every single food there could be made out of lentils. So they would have, or as the Indian people call it, dal, right? They could make anything out of freaking lentils. They made dal pancakes. There was dal cakes. There was dal desserts. And I was like, what is going on here? Like,
All desserts.
Yeah. And like the guys would sell, like it was weird like the guys would ride these little bicycles, right? And they'd be selling it and they'd just be shouting like dal cakes. And I'm like, and then I come home and my mom's like the Durban Indians call it dal, okay, right? Yeah,
that's what we call it.
So I'd come home. Yeah, you know it's dal, right?
Yeah.
And then I come home and I'm like, Mommy, you got dal. And she's like, whack ass thing you saying over there, like dal.
Dal is that.
To be honest, that parrot's also called Dal. My brother actually calls it Dal as well.
It's proper. The dal is proper. Durban people ruined all the Indian food.
Yeah.
Durban people do it weird.
Dal is that gun company in Borderlands. Dal.
Yes, that's what I see it as well. The funny thing is, though, you know the butter chicken tunes that we had at what's it called? Swadesh. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
It was nice. It was a mild. It wasn't hot. It didn't burn my mouth or anything. Don't order butter chicken in Scotland. Oh my God, you will fry. It's hot as hell.
Butter chicken is supposed to be chilled, though. It's supposed to be mild.
It is.
Not here. We went to an Indian restaurant.
Butter and chicken did Scotland miss out on? Damn.
No, it cooked us. It was bad.
I took a bite and I was like,
that's a crime. Butter chicken is what you order when you want to save yourself. Like,
yeah.
No.
When you want to go on holiday.
She does that with mild food, though. I mean, honestly, it can be very mild and she'll do it. I don't, but when I go, it's actually fucking hot. Then it's really not, it's not as like for you guys as hot, but I mean, you know, like Zaid, who claims that he could handle any heat and couldn't handle that curry that
and Jonathan was the champion of everyone that actually handled it with the
Jonathan is a trooper. He's a trooper.
Jonathan can handle anything. That man bites ice cream. That man eats spicy food. No, he's just, don't even compare anyone to John. He's beyond anyone.
Jonathan's a different species. He's
like none of us can match up to him. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, you were speaking earlier about watching K-dramas while you were studying. How did you get into K-dramas and K-pop and that kind of culture?
If you look at my shelves, I'm a little bit obsessed.
A little bit, Sarge. A little bit.
Tiny.
A little bit.
Tiny bit.
Just a tad.
Just obsession. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It started around, I think, 2013 or 14.
Really?
And then
like Gangnam Style days, like
it started with him. It started with him, and I was just obsessed with the song. And every time there was a college party, they called me to dance for that damn song. And I did the weird I was that person, you know? And then I was like, if he's cool, I wonder who else there is. And then I started to find Shiny and BTS and then 80s. And then I realized, I'm getting obsessed. And I kept digging. And then nobody was into it on the tiny island that I was on. So everybody just made fun of me. They're like, she's looking at those Chinese boys. She didn't understand what they're saying. And I was like, screw you guys. My boy cute. And I just kept watching. I was just like, and then this happened.
Deep attractions. Viking Valhalla. Valhalla Viking. One of the two.
Valhalla Viking.
Welcome to the stream. And
that is a cool name.
And
he likes the beard.
I will always be a Viking. No, I'm kidding. That's only because you love my beard. So, you know, the beard.
I like that flex. That flex. He's just like, yes, of course, my beard is great. And you will never touch it.
All hail the beard.
I am becoming Kratos, so I have to.
Like he's
so
just
talking about Kratos and stuff, I know it's not the same, but apparently coffee and donuts are about to be Thanos snapped. So what are you sacrificing to keep them?
Final season of Game of Thrones or D&D, those guys, those two boys, those two men, I am sacrificing the shit out of them.
That's too easy though, Sarge. Everybody would sacrifice those two guys.
I'm sorry, that's a losing answer. That is a terrible answer.
That's a terrible answer, Sarge. Anybody.
I will get...
No.
What? Okay, so what
Put
else would I
Bob, try
sacrifice?
again. That's an old
If I
chats
say
would say.
pineapple on pizza, a war will happen in chat. If I say pineapple on pizza, I will say grapefruit as well, because that is a piece of shit fruit that's pretending to be a grape when it's not, and that pisses me off to no end.
Sarge, you are stating things that you hate. The question is about what would you give? Like, what do you love that
You want
you
me
would
to
give?
sacrifice something I love?
Yes, because coffee and donuts are about to go away. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. For donuts, though, I'd sacrifice many things. Okay.
Your K-pop fans?
No, nobody touches Jimin. Thank you.
I'm getting with that one.
Like,
So then donuts is below, donuts and coffee is below Jimin. Right. So then
everything is below Jimin. Like everything is below.
what then is slightly below donuts?
Whoever I date, that man needs to understand that he will always be second to Jimin.
To Jimin.
Like he will, like he can try his hardest. He will never be number one, and it's okay. I will. Okay, fine. I will sacrifice
someone else.
My entire love for Game of Thrones. I will and I'm a big fan of Game of Thrones. Like,
Okay.
big fan. I will sacrifice that entire thing, and it was so good. But I'll sacrifice it. Sacrifice.
All right. I accept the sacrifice.
Painful.
But Thanos said, "You know what? I'm sacrificing your K-pop bands. Regardless, you have to choose something else to love. What would you do? No
Something
more
new.
K-pop.
Something new.
I can't even fight Thanos.
You would have to choose to absolutely obsess.
No more
something
K-pop. Ever.
What would you have to obsess? What would you obsess over?
Oh my god, I'd have to listen to normie music.
What do you call normie music?
Well, there is J-pop. You can listen to Japanese music.
Okay, yeah, J-pop is pretty cool. I mean, what would I do if Thanos told me I had to give up K-pop though? I think I'd sacrifice myself. I would fight him. Like, no, listen.
You would die for K-pop.
He can stab
going down with them.
me out. I'm going down with them. Like, dust kill me, and I'll be dust with Jimin, and it's okay. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
It's okay.
He does it. Bye. Snaps his fingers. K-pop is gone. And you're like, me too. And then it doesn't happen. And you're still there, but K-pop is gone.
Can you imagine that scene? Like, it's just going to be like Spider-Man and Iron Man, but me holding Jimin. Like, no! My boy!
No, you see, that's awesome though. I was really happy that Spider-Man died. I couldn't stand that version of Spider-Man. It was terrible.
Imagine if that was in the Blu-ray version. It was like just Sarge out there. Like, you're like, good that this got left on the showroom floor.
Guys, I would legit.
I have some news for you.
Yeah.
Clear face.
Snack part by. I've been told to tell you that Snack passed by.
Snack is your hello, Snack. Snack is a friend that I always scream. She's a snack, and I get very loud and screamy, and she scolds me for aggressively complimenting her on streams because she's a snack.
Ninja can't take a compliment.
I like how you just went back like, oh, she's If something pop from
maybe
me,
I
stick with this.
Say, this one is crazy.
And Valhalla Viking wants to know who is better in your opinion, Zeus or Odin?
Ooh.
Odin.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's rough.
Oh.
That's rough. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes right now.
I come from Viking heritage.
Whoa.
But Zeus.
Okay, listen. Y'all not gonna like my answer, right? Right? Because I know everyone's gonna be like, but todo. I'm gonna say something. Zeus, because listen, that man didn't give a damn. He got laid all the time. He saw a fish, he got laid. He sees a turtle, he gets laid. I'm just like, that man.
He would bang a cloud.
So wait,
That's my boy.
your perception of this entire situation is
He got laid.
you should make a good porn star, but that's about it.
Like Zeus was just like Ariana Grande. He's like, I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got laid with it. Like he's just like, I screwed it. He's just like,
I actually get those lightning references now. It makes sense. Lightning is his spooge.
Have you, like I see a cute donkey and he just screws the donkey. Like he doesn't care what chaos happens after screwing the donkey.
Don't starve gods. He really is. He's a starve gods.
Exactly. He's the Johnny Sins of gods. Like I want Zeus.
I remember
Jonathan
seeing
says Zeus got game, dude turned into a horse to woo a woman and it worked.
That horse fetish, you know.
Imagine the people during that time. Like it was wild. Like you guys think 2020 is wild. Imagine walking around. There's a half woman, half donkey walking around. Zeus. Good old Zeus.
Gotta have that ass.
Up to his shenanigans again, Zeus.
As the music plays. There's like a half fish, half man walking or flopping around the city. Oh, Zeus, you dog, you.
I remember seeing a meme that was like,
Twitch, please don't ban us.
It was like, this is Greek mythology, and like
when he's just sitting here like this.
Like this is Greek mythology, and this is Greek mythology if Zeus kept it in his pants.
Yeah, right? And he didn't give a damn. He gets scolded all the time. Like Athena's like mad at him. Why'd you do this? That crab in the corner, though. I'd do it. I'd tap that.
I see you, baby. Come over here.
Zeus don't give it.
I've got something in my exoskeleton just for you.
It's like, I want crabs right now.
Jeez Louise. Dr. Nikita.
I'm not gonna... Okay, this is gonna go like way.
They're telling me this was an adult stream. You're gonna regret it.
It is an adult stream. That's why I say fisting is not the way to go. Now, clawing.
This is why Geekoscopy refused to tell me. He was like, I'm not telling you that this is an adult stream. I will not tell you. And you told me.
You'll find out one way or the other.
You found out.
To the kids out there who are watching us right now,
why are you watching?
get the fuck off our channel, okay?
Some kid here
straight
like,
up chasing
hey,
the kids.
this is that little hat lady. I bet she's adorable. What is she doing?
It was all a ruse. It was all a ruse.
Talking about crab fisting and the story went downhill very fast.
Blame the person who asked me about Zeus and Odin. Like, blame them.
That's all Viking. That's all Viking. It's on him.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
So, when you go out in public and without you introducing yourself, do people recognize you and freak out or just recognize you in general going, hey, Sarge?
Can I tell you, at first, when I first started like streaming, I used so many filters, nobody recognized me because I didn't look like that. Listen, I used the filter to do this to your face and made your eyes like that. Like people, like they were just like they didn't. It was Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus. Nobody.
Anyone can recognize Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus. Come on. They're both
wait, who's that?
Clark Kent's Superman.
I recognize that voice. Miley Cyrus.
It's like Superman with the glasses. Like, who's that? I don't know. You know?
It's Superman.
Okay, but do people recognize you now that you don't use the filters?
So now what happens to me, right? Because when I turned 25, I stopped using filters. I was like, I am done with that crap. It's garbage anyway. Just makes everyone feel bad. This is my face. Y'all got to deal with it. And I was like, whatever. So I can see people looking at me, but they're not sure. So they wait for me to talk because my voice is annoying as shit. So when they hear the voice, they're like, that is her. That is Sargent Curry Pants with a squeaky voice. So then they're like, hey. But before that, they're just looking at me like, I don't know. It could be someone else. Like, Like, I don't know.
It's a doppelganger.
And then they hear me like cussing out the like delivery guy for like pineapple on pizza, and they're like, "It's her, that's the chick, that's her." That's when they talk to me. It's like, that's that weird girl.
Oh well, here's one. Since you're being all weird and whatnot, and I just feel like being one of those real dickish dicks. Since I'm not a fan
Classic
of
stuff.
either anymore, who would you choose, DC or Marvel?
Ooh, he's starting shit. Ah!
It's about to go down.
I'm not ready because I don't like either. So.
On like a scone.
And I know he's going to be pissed if I say Marvel movies, DC comics. I know he won't tolerate that.
Pissed, I don't care. I would be pissed if you went off the beaten track. I'd actually be surprised if you went off the beaten track and said Dark Horse.
Damn, it's like he can read my damn mind. It's so annoying. Listen, I still stand by DC because that was the first thing I got into. Like, more than Marvel. Like, the first thing I did was DC. And, like, listen, they're darker and more serious, and they don't always cater to the mainstream. Like, let's make it good for kids as well. And I lean on DC. I have a lot of hope for DC. I still hold on to that hope for DC.
Yeah.
My question though, if it's DC, like, is it the whole of DC or is it just Batman?
No, it's the whole of DC.
The whole of DC.
I
Okay.
like a lot of DC. I like all the universes. I like all the conflict. I like how the
You like Bucky Vampire as well?
You know, I like the whole.
I don't think she catches the reference there.
Wait, what did you say? I didn't hear you.
Even the sparkling vampire. You know, the one that shines in the sunlight? Who's taking Batman's role? Refuses to actually get buffed like the rest of them did.
Like, every time I talk about how pissed off I am at that choice, somebody hops in with, no, but you know he acted in more things than Twilight. I'm like, I don't care. He's always gonna be that Twilight guy.
He was terrible in those too.
Exactly. I hate him so much. He's
a shit actor.
Pretend. I can't.
You know, I take Ben Affleck over him. I don't like Ben Affleck, and I take Ben Affleck over him any day.
Like, everyone's like, you know, he acted in indie movies. I'm like, you know, in indie movies, shitty actors that can't get big roles because they're shitty. Like, I don't like him at all. Like, I can't.
No, you know, that's why I liked him in Harry Potter, because he died so fucking fast.
Right?
What?
Like, it was like, even back then we knew we gotta kill him. We gotta kill him.
Like, he's so shit. He has to be the character that dies.
Cedric.
I would only be happy if he was Batman in a weird parallel universe where he just dies in the first 10 minutes and then the rest is just the villains running chaos.
Yeah, and then Ben Affleck comes in and saves the day.
And he just
comes in.
Like, CrossFit Batman's like, hello. Or even like Clooney with the bat nips would come in like, I was the real Batman.
I would take bat nips over him as well. I really would. I would take bat nips as well.
I would take a 3-hour Bollywood version of Clooney just zoomed in on the bat nips, not even his face. I would pay to watch that over freaking Twilight guy. Like, I no.
Because you know what's going to happen. He's going to take that hood off, and he's going to sparkle.
He's going to be like, that's why
everyone's day. And he's going to say,
I'm Batman.
No, he's not going to say it like that. He's not going to say it like that. He's going to go, I'm Batman.
What?
Oh.
What?
I don't even want to imagine.
Come on, picture.
How do you turn German? I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Like, I can't even hide the disgust in my face when I saw that he was even considered. I was like, out of but all the hottest guys in the world, the hottest people, they're so, like, this is the age where guys are doing CrossFit and roids and they are looking awesome as hell. You pick that guy. Why?
Well, maybe they were drunk when they made the decision. It's like, oh, look at all these people. Oh, that one's good. That one's good. What about that guy? Let's do that guy. Yeah, that guy.
I would make it better Batman. And the only thing I've ever done was Bat Metal. And Chicken Wingers knows what I'm talking about. No, not Chicken Wingers. Jonathan and Tunes know what I'm talking about.
It's like,
Bat Metal.
man. It's like how I got my name, Sargent Curry Pants. It just started as a joke, and I feel like the director was joking. And he was like, "Hey, let's make the Twilight guy Batman. Let's do a tweet. Let's joke." And then it took, and they were like,
yeah.
You were the casting director, and you were like, you cracked the joke. Yeah, let's make the dude from Twilight Batman. He's like, that's a good idea. You're like, no.
It's like, oh, this is bad. He's gonna cry. This is gonna be the Batman that just sits and cries. You hurt his feelings.
He's gonna be the crying obsessive over one. He's gonna obsess over, what was her name? The reporter. Come on, chat. Give us the name. What was the reporter's name?
Give us the name.
Which
what
reporter?
was her name? Reporter from Batman. He was in love with her first.
The hot chick.
Yeah, the hot one.
Yeah.
He was in love with her, and then I think she died or something like that, and then he fell in love with Catwoman. Or was it the other way around? I can't remember.
Oh, Lois Lane. Lois Lane.
No, but that's Superman.
No, man, that's Superman.
In Batman.
Why are you trying to make us look stupid, Geekoscopy?
She's the only journalist I could think of.
See, that was the whole thing. I was the Marvel boat for a while because I liked the X-Men and stuff like that. The X-Men was good back when Age of Apocalypse was around because it told a whole deep story of how the X-Men came to be and what happened after Xavier was killed. You know, it made a whole brilliant story out of it. And then
Cat Grant.
No. Nope. Cat, no, that's not it.
Cat Grant.
That wasn't it. That's not her. We'll have to Google it. That's definitely not it. But so the X-Men, they actually really like peaked at Age of Apocalypse, and then just went and spiraled down after that because everyone stopped watching or reading anything by Marvel when they started destroying X-Men the way they did.
Yeah.
And then you get DC. They held a beautiful consistency up until about 2 years ago, where the consistency just went, fuck you, and plummeted.
It didn't even go down in a slope. It went down straight 90 degrees.
It went straight fucking down.
Adli Atta has a point. He will sparkle in the moonlight.
Guys,
he's not supposed to.
I'm damn sure there's going to be a sad Batman montage when he's acting. It's just going to be him punching the air. Nobody loves me. Nobody. I got dead parents. And it's just going to be sad.
He's not supposed to sparkle. He's supposed to be the darkness.
That's why I don't get why they chose it, because we all know that he sparkles.
As he says, that won't help him sneak up on bad guys, though.
No.
Exactly.
Like his entire attack is going to be staring at Harley Quinn when she's sleeping, like, I'm observing you all night. Harley's going to be like, that is weird. I am crazy, but you are freaking screwed up. Like, what is wrong?
He'll do this. He'll go into the person's ear.
It's going to be like, it worked in my other movie. The chicks fell in love with that shit. I just stand there like...
Yeah, they're actually adding on to that. What do you think about his I'm not going to gym. I'm going to just be the overweight Batman that no one ever wanted. What do you think about that?
Oh,
the camera broken?
Like scrawny.
Her face is broken.
Her face is broken.
Her face is broken, not the camera.
How insulted the other Batman would be. Like, can you imagine? Like, they were known for buffing up, like the efforts.
Val Kilmer.
Freaking.
Forget his name.
Freaking.
The
Like,
one before George Clooney and Kilmer.
Hot guy. The best Batman. Now I've also
Vicky Vale, that's her name. Vicky Vale, sorry, Vicky Vale. Yeah, but okay, the hot Batman, yes.
Bale was the hot Batman.
He too can be fat man.
Yeah, well, no, I'm sorry. The best fat man is still the guys from Death Clock. No one beats Death Clock's Bat Metal. I'm sorry.
Fat man, not Batman.
If I could show you a picture right now, I would, but I don't have a computer in front of me and I can't change the screen.
Can't.
Can you imagine though, like Bale just punching there, like, oh, so I freaking challenged my body to like new heights as I'm known for, and I became Batman, and this guy's just like, nah, I won't do anything. I'm just chill. I'm Batman.
Yeah. He actually came out of retirement, like workout retirement. He actually forced himself into like a strict workout regime to get himself fit to fit into that bat suit. And now he's like
Affleck too.
He's
like,
no. I mean, I would have just not.
Like Ben Affleck was like, I will prove to everyone I can do this. His arms were like this big. Boy was flipping tractor tires. And then
he had to prove himself because he was like, I will prove to the audience
that I'm not as bad as Daredevil.
I fucked Daredevil up, but I'm not going to kill Batman.
And this guy just waltzes in like, I'll do nothing. Nothing. I would be so mad. Like, I was practically dying, and then this guy just...
Why not?
So if Batman makes you so angry and the Twilight dude makes you so angry, onto happier notes, if you could be any princess or fairy tale character, who would you be?
Merida. I would be Merida, the chick from Brave with the messy hair and not wanting to get married and running around with the boys with the bow and arrow and looking frumpy. Yeah,
like that red chick that they
used. The red chick with the chaos hair.
The Irish Mulan.
Yeah. I feel like she didn't get enough love. Like, okay, see now, if I picked Mulan, everyone's gonna be like, oh, of course the Asian chick picks Mulan. It's either that or Jasmine.
Jeez, typecast. You don't want to be typecast. Yeah.
Like, do not have the boo for Jasmine. Okay, I stick with Merida. I'm being honest here, right? Bird's nest hair. That's what I can do.
Makes sense. It's
I like her. She's cool.
Yeah, me personally, if I had to be a fairy tale princess.
Yes, do tell.
Ariel.
I can see that.
I actually like that movie.
I did like the Little Mermaid, but I'd be Ariel just so I can go like this. Oh, so that's what's under there.
I want to know what each of you guys I'm curious. We got an Ariel.
I actually am curious.
I want to know what Kez would be. I want to know what Geekoscopy would be. I want to know everyone.
No. I would be Sebastian in the Little Mermaid. I wouldn't be the.
No, just princess. I want a princess.
You want a princess? Oh, are you saying that Sebastian cannot be a princess?
Bullshit.
Checkmate.
Why, how the turntables?
The turntables.
The turntables. Guys, I know I said I was dyslexic. I am dyslexic, I promise. She's not dyslexic. I don't know what she is.
She caffeinated.
But she's had way too much coffee to be able to speak like that. That is weird.
She's up there on YouTube.
Dyslexic people don't speak like that. So whatever she is, it's not us.
Says he would be sure.
I promise you, they will not be inviting me back.
We might just actually.
Kez, who would you be, Kez? While I think
I
about
would be. I
think she's yawning now.
Okay.
This is a very serious thought.
I would be
Kez.
I would be Fiona from Shrek. That makes the most sense.
She's trying to get some air to her brain. She's yawning.
I like how nobody picked Elsa. Like I'm shook.
Man. Aurora.
The fuck is Aurora?
Who
From
that?
The one that's sleeping. That makes
What?
sense. I should have picked that.
Echo.
She looks like Echo.
But that lady was sleeping the whole time. That's the best kind of princess to be just knocked out sleeping.
just chilling.
That's the best answer.
To be honest,
Sleeping.
She's not a princess.
she was.
If I had to be a fairy tale character, it would be Maleficent.
Didn't say you had to be a fairy tale character. It said or a princess. You could be a fairy tale character.
Maleficent.
I
could easily
would
be
be
a
her too because I'm just as petty if I'm not invited to things. Like, and I just hear, like, I heard you guys went to Swadesh, and I'm just like, oh.
You didn't come to Comic Con or Rage. That was your problem. Why didn't you come?
I would have liked an invite, though.
It wasn't.
You didn't go to
You
Rage
didn't go
last
to Rage
year.
last year.
Yes.
Had you
All
come
the
to Rage,
fun-
sure, Vish would have
All
invited
the
you
fun
too.
things freaking happen when I was having exams, and like,
Exactly. So had you
Yeah,
come to
yeah.
Rage, Vish probably would have invited you too.
heart's been broke so many times.
It was a whole farewell thing that Vish did before we left for Scotland. That was why he did it.
Oddly Arta says he'd be Mulan.
Good
Nice.
choice, Brit.
I'd be Fiona from Shrek. Then I can do kung fu. These other girls don't have any other skills.
Okay, but
pretty
Mulan, though.
Taekwondo.
Mulan was a warrior.
That's true. But also
Like,
Fiona
okay,
is funny.
I would want that life, though. Like, imagine, like, me tricking people I'm a dude and just hanging out with all these dudes. Like, they're out there all being sexy and warrior-like, and I'm like, I'm also one of you. Me too.
We're the
I am
same.
no man. I am no man.
I am one of the fellow men wielding
I don't need to
man
exercise.
parts.
I don't need to practice my sword fights.
I don't
No.
need. I understand what it's like to be manly, as you can see.
Meneer Poepens. Hello there.
You took a Sharpie, took a Cokie pen and drew on a beard and you sorted.
I just walk around. I'll be like,
One
hi.
six-pack as well over the Poepens.
I'll be like, I also love talking about boobs and stuff, and yeah, I am the man. That's man spreading on chair.
Depends
right
on the
now.
guys. Some guys don't like boobs. Some guys do. Some guys prefer asses. Some
That's
guys
true.
prefer boobs.
I'll just walk around grabbing nothing. Like I'm like, I have big dick energy. Just
Jeez. I think the
You
stream
also
is
have to learn
now.
to adjust your
I think the stream is now 21 plus. We need to engage the 21 plus age rating. only on E Friday action night.
this is what people deal with in my damn stream. Like I feel so
Dudes.
sorry for everyone.
Where's Natsu with his balls?
Oh, Viking, dude, you epic, dude.
He's
You are so
sleeping there.
epic.
He's sleeping there.
He's sleeping.
Optimus Prime or Megatron?
Viking chose the best characters, Optimus Prime or Megatron. Come
Right.
on. It's
Megatron.
still a fairy tale because we do not have Transformers yet.
I choose Megatron.
I choose the most ultimate Gundam. I don't know what it's called. I forgot the name, but I choose the ultimate Gundam. Because I like Gundams, just so you know. The one from Evangelion. That's it. Neon Genesis.
Evangelion.
Oh, okay.
That one. The main
That's
the main
solid.
Gundam.
Eva
That one is
one.
my.
Yeah.
That's me. All the
That's
way.
solid.
I've got a temper that is like held underneath until the last second.
Jonathan says that's not a Gundam.
It may not be a Gundam, but it's close enough to. It's close enough to. And Jonathan, you're being a dick now. Come on. Don't take away my fun.
Jonathan with the knowledge.
Yeah,
Don't take away my fun.
He's my favorite
know it's not
well
a Gundam.
actually guy.
Yeah.
I adore him.
Yeah.
He's the only well actually guy
He can
that I
pull it
keep
off.
around me.
Yeah, you can pull it off. Wow. You shouldn't actually say anything. Yeah, you shouldn't actually say anything in his presence. Yeah, you'll be corrected.
Legolas.
Jonathan mentions like anything, like whenever I'm around him, I'm like, I don't mention I like any fandom. The only thing I can attack Jonathan with is K-pop. I don't. I just keep quiet. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, do you know BTS, Jonathan?
Ooh.
Don't even
Fucking
try.
Jonathan, I'll be Legolas. Beat
Yeah.
that.
Don't even try
Try
like.
beat me up on Lord of the Rings knowledge. I will kick your ass.
I'd like to see
How
that.
many
We need to
K-pop
organize
dances
that.
do
We
you
need to
know,
organize
Jonathan?
that.
Right. Next question. What was the first convention you ever attended? Since we were talking about conventions earlier, about the fact that you missed us at Rage.
Before you answer,
I like
Jonathan says you can only attack him with K-pop for now in big caps.
Watch him research everything tonight. Have an article ready by tomorrow and be like, well, now I
Yeah, he will.
stand. He's going to be
think we
like,
should
my
get him to
bias.
Yes, you're right, his own.
My first convention was South Africa's Comic Con. Like, it was the first one I went for, and it was wild. I met people like you guys, but I didn't get to meet you guys, but I got to meet like Zayd and so many like awesome people. Like,
We tried.
I
I would
never
remember
got to meet you. I never got to
tried.
meet you. I missed you
Now we're
guys.
here. No, now we're here. Now you're there.
Comic Con.
Yeah.
And it was like
We
every
kept missing
single
each
time I tried meeting people. Yeah, I kept missing so many people. Like it was freaking nuts, but it was fun. It was so fun. Except you know the one time when I
No
grabbed
knowledge.
Kevin
Just-
Sussman's butt.
What?
By accident.
By
There was
accident,
an
are you sure?
accident. I don't know what to do with my hands when someone takes my photo. I'm used to holding the camera. So I was trying to be polite and do the hover hand by his waist. And then I panicked and my hand went down and I groped and I looked and I was like, I'm not making eye contact with this man for the rest of my existence. I was trying so. Man.
Actually, I have a better one for you, Jonathan, because we all know the Lord of the Rings. Sorry, this busy trying to challenge me here. I've got a better one.
Actually.
Do some research on Raymond E. Feist's The Magician, and I dare you to beat me at that.
But I think it's also about the K-pop knowledge as well.
Yeah, but I challenged him.
I know, but it's both of them.
Okay, so apparently he's challenging you as well. I don't know. But rather than Lord of the Rings, it's too easy. That's just way too easy for you. Do The Magician from Raymond E. Feist. Let's see how well you'll be able to actually school me on that knowledge.
It's not about us. It's about
I just want John to become the biggest BTS army. I want him to one day just wake up the next morning and tell me, isn't Tay the cutest thing? I want John to become one of us. One of us. I want John.
GIP versus special edition.
GIP versus special edition, yeah.
I will be the judge. It'll be Ziv Diffie versus Jonathan versus Nikita.
I want this.
The end of the
It'll
year,
just
though,
be-
he still has to read The Magician before he can actually even come close to challenging me. Otherwise,
The whole show.
if he reads it once, then he can come close to challenging me.
There's entire BTS lore that you need to go through. There's actually a web series with an alternate reality. There's time travel. There's run BTS episodes, like over 100 and maybe 12 episodes. And then there's other BTS episodes. There's live.
Dragon Ball Z.
Do your research, John. I want you to become one of us.
Poor Jonah.
One of us.
All I can say
One
is
of us.
next time on
One of us.
K-pop tea.
Jonathan versus Curry Pants.
Let's get ready to rumble.
He
We
says
have
he
to make
binged
this episode.
80 years of comics in 6 months. The amount of content means nothing.
Oh, it's not content, dude. It's the character development.
Join us.
You guys are so finished. You guys are
Especially
so
from her
finished.
side, because it looks like there's a lot of character development. Because there's a whole web fucking series.
Shut up.
I wouldn't even challenge Jonathan on my own PhD work. That's how bad it is.
Teenager. What are you talking about? Well,
Listen,
not a
there is like
teenager, that's
maybe thousands of BTS content daily. I dare you to keep up. Dare you. Join us, Jonathan.
Better things to do with my time.
What's funny is that voice actually sounded like Jonathan. That is exactly how Jonathan would have said it. Like, I have better things to do with my time.
This is true.
But it's true.
It's true.
I have no time to get involved in that kind of stuff. I have an entire series of Dragon Ball Z to watch. I have streams more often than not. I am exhausted from work 7 days a week. I can't do this anymore.
We should clip this. We should clip this, and then one day you'll never know. You'll be listening to BTS and being like, I am such a fan.
The seed was planted.
If BTS were playing on stage close to Five Finger Death Punch, Five Finger Death Punch would probably beat them to death with their guitars.
Oh! Challenging! He's challenging.
That's the kind of music I listen to. Trust me, I will never turn over to the light side. I actually am very far too deep into the dark side to want to even come back from the dark side.
It's pretty dark too. It's pretty dark. They sound the ones played on like MTV and stuff is all the happy songs. They got some dark songs. Jonathan will tell you in 2 minutes when he's done.
Jonathan is done. When he's done
He
Googling
writes
it.
about fandom for a living. This is the better shit to do with his time.
Oh my god.
And I said it, not him. You see, the thing is, again, I cannot compare K-pop to Kill Switch Engage, Dry Kill Logic, Five Finger Death Punch, Tool, and many, many darker
That's
bands.
Okay, but like let me tell you something.
It's like,
Let me tell
I
you about
want
the power of
to kill
K-pop.
myself
Let me tell you the power of K-pop though, right? In one day, they raised 3 million for Black Lives Matter. Like, in one day, they made Trump feel like shit. Like, in many days, they've been able to take over every single hashtag on Twitter. Like, K-pop can break records daily. Like, BTS just breathes and they break records.
But can K-pop make me want to mosh and just beat the shit out of the dude in front of me because we're having fun?
If you listen to Deshita, right, listen. Deshita is literally the song where people only mosh. Like, the entire song
I don't believe
is headbanging. Listen. After the stream, look at Augusty to Deshita. Like, look at that shit. It is entirely mosh. Like, I promise you.
I'm sorry, but what is your definition of moshing? Is it like slightly pushing people around? Because that's not moshing.
No.
Moshing is like a wall of death where you see the guys running each other and just. Whoa!
No, like August D is legit. F everyone, F the government, shouting, screaming, grunting, fire, blades, and blood like that. Like, but that's not
also
the part.
not moshing though.
Okay. Anyway,
let's get back on track. We don't need a dig measuring contest for music genres.
Guys, research has started for Wednesday's article. He's got to go. A challenge has been issued and it will be met. Thank you so much for
which challenge is that though?
John is gonna be a K-pop stan.
Talk about this not on stream. Anyway, what games are you currently playing?
Look at all those PS4 games behind her.
Dang, you guys can see everything. Do I?
That's only an entire collection of PS4 games in front of me, and it sort of lines up with mine because yours are there, mine are there, and it sort of lines up. So I know they're PS4 games.
It's like a continuation. At the moment, I'm playing Persona 5. When people told me you're gonna get addicted to a game, I was like, you know what? They say that about every single game. That game is a grind.
Is it though? I really want an honest opinion here. How awesome is this game? I've never played it, so
can I tell you? I've never played any other Persona game. This was the first one I got into. I was like, I'm 105 hours in, and I'm not close to finish with the game. That's how much of a grind it is. And you can't do what you want. You have to do things according to the time. It's not that you can keep doing battles and leveling up. You can't. You have to go to sleep. You have to do other things. You have to interact with people. But it's a nice grind. But the story is a bit hectic. Because it seems like it's going to be a nice anime game. You think it's going to be like Pokemon, Digimon, where he's like Persona becomes a character and it's fun. But no, there's some really dark themes in that game. It's not the happiest thing to play on stream. So I'm glad I don't play that game. You cannot be whimsical when you're talking about a guy who's using factory workers. You know what I'm saying? It's dark.
Yeah.
It is dark.
Instead, you attack on Eris and Final Fantasy Remake the whole time.
Yeah. I'll stick with that. That's more happy. That's more like yay.
Tuning Eris.
Yeah. Oh, hate her. I hate her so much. If ever there was a woman that got on last Eris, I just no.
You forget about Final Fantasy 7?
7 Remake, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently Aerith is terrible.
Her name's Eris?
Yeah, that's what I call her as well.
Idiots that had a list called Aerith need to be shot because it was Eris. Her name was always Eris.
Oh.
Yeah, the idiots that called her Aerith need to be shot because it was never Aerith. It was always Eris. That was the original name.
Listen. The original came out maybe when I was
yay big.
They still have to be shot. I'm sorry.
Now it's Aerith.
I still call her Aerith. Eris. I shoot myself every time I think Aerith.
Yeah. It also comes out of my mouth, Eris. I even type it down. I can't say Aerith.
The OG name.
Doesn't make
Aerith. It's fucking Eris. I don't know who the hell thought it was clever to call her Aerith. It's like, I'm going to call her Aerith because I can't say
Maybe they had an ex-girlfriend named Eris and it brought back some bad memories. And they were like, you know what?
Call her Aerith.
No, it's a localization thing. It's a localization thing.
It is weird though to say the T though. It is weird. It's like Aerith.
It's like Daffy playing the game. He was like, I'm gonna call her Aerith because it's fun.
You mean Donald Duck?
Daffy Duck, Angel. Daffy
But
Duck
both
talks
of
like
them.
Donald Duck as well.
Yeah, but
Both
so
of
does
them.
No, Daffy speaks normal. Donald is the only one that.
When has Daffy ever spoken normally?
Wait, Daffy is just how
Donald is
he
the
doesn't
boy.
have the... Donald does the thing. Yeah. No, Kez is right.
No, Donald. Donald Duck is
Daffy
the
Duck
guy.
Daffy has a raspberry voice, but it's not as bad as Donald.
You're not
I'm thinking of Daffy Duck. Daffy Duck from Looney Tunes.
He's talking about the black duck.
Yeah, but
Daffy
Donald is the one with the weird voice, right?
Come on, back me up here. Do Daffy Duck.
I
But
don't
you can
remember.
understand Daffy.
I would Google it.
Like Daffy is still audible. Like you can still make sense of him. Like,
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he played Final
but
Fantasy VII.
He does have it too. He does have
Aerith? That's a good name. I'm going to call it
it.
Aerith.
He does. Oh, okay. I know he has more of the tongue thing. I get you. You're right. Daffy has the.
Now
we understand you now.
I wasn't doing that.
that's Donald.
That's Donald Duck.
Okay, yeah, that makes it. Yeah. The man knows his ducks.
Knows his ducks.
Yes, I am an old fart, all right?
He knows
I
his
know
duck.
my ducks.
He knows the ducks, guys.
Do you know Darkwing
How
Duck?
dare we question his duck knowledge?
Let's get
The big
Damn
duck
right.
energy.
I've watched enough porn to know how to duck, all right?
He apologized for that.
Yes, it's not Aerith, it's Aeris.
All right, talking about streaming
everyone
games.
out there.
Streaming games.
Playing Final
What-
Fantasy VII, the original, right now. I called her Aeris, like it was named in the beginning when the game first started. Ever.
Can the game
1995.
dev please just apologize right now? They've clearly hurt feelings with that change. They're like,
Yes.
"Please, the pain
Game devs have done enough. They've been greedy enough because what they're doing is they're like, here, have a third of a game and pay full price for it. Then have the other part of the game and pay full price for it. Then have the last part of the game and pay full price for it because
yeah.
we're Square Enix. We're greedy fucks.
Okay. You've spoken about this on too many of the podcasts,
Too
so we
many
have to go
streams.
back.
Yeah.
It's never going to
There's
stop.
so
I
much
hate Square
pain
Enix.
in his eyes.
They are
Like,
assholes.
It's sad.
We need
this
to
is
get back
me
on.
and grapefruit, guys. Like I can feel your pain. I felt it.
See?
I feel your
People
pain.
in the same boat.
But we still need to get back on track
Yes,
because you can go
yes.
on for hours on this.
Hours,
Yes, I can, for good reason.
So, why did you gravitate towards Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok over the other platforms that are out there?
Well, you see, I hated Facebook because there's just too many family members there, and I wanted to just talk the shit that I talk. So I went onto Twitter, and then while I was on Twitter, I ended up meeting a lot of people who were on like Twitch, and then I just gravitated towards Twitch and Twitter, and then TikTok again started as a joke, and then I got stuck. Everything in my life is very ironic.
Yeah.
So you did that to yourself.
The recurring theme of my life is irony. Like, how did I end up in Mauritius? I don't know. I was joking about ending up on an island, and then I ended up on an
Now you were there. Yeah.
I really need to be careful about what I joke about because it always comes true for me. Oh, man.
When it comes to streaming, what do you like about streaming games versus playing it by yourself without anybody else watching?
I like the chat. Like, that is the main thing for me. It's not even... I don't care how many people are in the chat, as long as I have, like, the main people that I always talk to, because it's so fun talking to them. They're just as weird as me. Like, it's like they enable my weirdness. Like, when I'm playing a game by myself, it's just like, oh, okay. I wonder if anyone else is doing something fun. But when I'm talking to people, they're like, you know what's a weird thing to talk about right now? Butts. And we just talk about butts. And then the next thing you know, I didn't pay attention to the game. And I'm just only talking to chat.
Like big butts and I cannot die.
That's how random. That's how random it is.
Twitch would ban us for it, though.
Yeah, they would.
Like, yeah, I'm
They would
so
ban us for that, though.
surprised Twitch hasn't banned me yet because of the things we say in chat. Like,
Because the things you say aren't as bad as the music you play.
oh,
I'm not talking about the K-pop, just so you know. I'm actually talking about the fact that they will ban you
Any music.
if
that's
you have music on your stream.
That is
DMCA
true. Like,
strikes again.
or sometimes they mute it and it's annoying because like there's this weird pause in the stream and it
Yeah,
just me. I hate it so much. Like
that's why and I
But
spoke
that's
about
also
it.
why I left
Start
YouTube.
streaming.
YouTube was worse with it. Like YouTube was just douchey
No, we're
about
actually
it.
creating music now, I think. It's probably easier that way. We're creating music for our channel so that play in the background that no one can actually go, we're going to DMCA you for that. It's like, what? You're going to try and sue me for my own content? Try.
Right?
Because that ain't going to happen.
That YouTube kept doing that like every single time. Like, I couldn't handle it. The worst.
I was waiting for the day they did that to one of our songs.
They haven't.
I know.
That would be
Stating
fun, though. That would be fun. Like,
That
you
would
can
be
just
fun
be
to
like,
actually just say to them, yeah, you know, you're
please tell me
you're-
about the artist.
yeah, you're banning me for playing my own music. Explain.
Like, yeah. Tell me more. Oh, the artist needs the money for it. Okay, I do.
Yes, I need the money.
Like, please send that money my way. Like,
Yeah. I think most people are starting to go the route of the free copyright free music and stuff like that. So
You have to.
yeah,
I have
other
a
choice.
friend who makes a lot of that music, so I always borrow his music. But the thing is, I borrow it for my edits, and my edits, thirsty K-pop edits. So it's like whenever he's like, "Hey, what did you use my music for?" I'm like, "Do you want to see Jimin's abs for like 2 minutes? Here it is to your song right
Jeez
there."
Louise.
this is your friend now. He's going like this.
Yeah. He sits there. He's like, I hate this. Oh, she put my name X squared on Jimin's nipple. Oh,
What?
That is why, just so you know, Angel, I will not let her have any of the music that we create. She will not put
please,
my music
please,
in her K-pop. Not gonna happen.
like just
No.
one simp edit. Like I'll put
No.
your name right there in neon.
I will not have my name surrounding some
Flashing
dude's nipple.
disco lights.
credit. Yeah, the credit will be there to my boy.
I will not have my name around some dude's nipple. That's not happening.
Like, can you imagine, like this guy just there and your music? Can you just
How many
big
K-pop
your name all
guys
across?
taking shots
Just
at
like-
their favorite K-pop people? 'Cause I've got so much to say about that
But you
that
won't
she's saying.
So,
You will
I'm
not.
so glad. I'm so glad
Another
he can't
day.
see the rest
Another
of my
day.
With little teeny poppers complaining about the fact that we're making fun of their favorite K-pop artist.
And Nikita will climb through his screen and kill you.
Yeah.
No.
She'll
You know
straight
what?
up the
He's
ring
lucky
you.
The K-pop stands didn't enter the chat. Like, what?
Yeah.
What did he say?
You
It's fine. You know what?
might
We'll
have
get a couple
summoned
of
them.
viewers on that one. We might just get like 1,000 extra followers of the people who despise the K-popers. It's like, nice.
I should I
Thank
should
you.
fake
Maybe we should
rage.
actually go after them.
I should fake rage right now. I should be like, this guy insulted our entire fandom. Come at him, and it's
Oh dear.
Actually, we get like 2,000 followers of all the people who
Yeah,
hate
yeah,
K-pop.
yeah.
We're like,
Yeah.
yeah, you carry on, you do it, take them out.
you'll just get bombarded with like fan edits and fan cams. They'll be like,
That's fine. Do you know what I do to spam? I delete it.
A
It's
fan
spam
edit.
for a reason.
Fan, not spam. Fan.
Still spam.
Anyway,
Yeah.
with all
Anyway.
your armies and stuff that you have, what is the creepiest interaction that you've had with someone? Because I see them quite often when you reply to some of them on TikTok. So, what out of all of them, what is the creepiest that you've had so far?
so on my old Twitter, I hope I get that account back because speaking of spam, I got suspended for K-pop spamming the racist hashtags. Anyway, so on that old account, I had a lot of old people, old, very creepy people, like lonely, creepy old men. So it's like, there was one guy, I was tweeting something super serious, like it was serious news. I don't remember what it was, but it was something serious that happened on the news. And this old guy keeps hitting on me. And he's hitting on me, and and I'm like, Brian, you're not getting it. And he's like, but I will be able to give it to you. I'm like, Brian, you're not getting it. I'm not hitting on you. And then when I finally was, Brian, I'm talking about the news. Then he started like, that guy was just like, but why did she block me though? And I'm like, and then when I blocked him, he went on like this rampage, right? He was like, she's racist because she didn't like me because obviously I'm not Korean. And I was like, I was talking about the news, my guy. You kept hitting on me. I blocked you and you jumped to I'm racist. It was the weirdest interaction I've ever had my entire life. Like, creepy.
That does sound pretty creepy.
That sounds quite weird.
Yeah.
The whole Twitter was
We were
weird.
doing so well. We were doing so well, and then it's just.
So let's-
Like,
Seriously, you haven't spoken at all. You know what? I'm going to do something to keep you, like, on the speaking track. I'm going to walk away.
Walk away.
And I'm going to sit like this.
Kez is not going to speak.
What are we?
You know what? He would be the best person to date. He just listens.
Yeah,
Like, can you imagine?
That's the problem.
I just listen.
He listens too much. He's supposed to be interacting. This is the Geek-Inspired Podcast.
Maybe you didn't give him time. Maybe you didn't give him a chance to
Didn't
speak.
get a word in edgewise. I tried.
I'll put my BTS things away. I think it mesmerizes.
You mesmerized it.
I'll put it away.
Doesn't close.
No, so
Yeah,
give him
So
a
we got-
chance to
We
speak.
got one last question on the podcast today. So that is, where do you see your content going forward over the next 5-10 years, maybe?
Man, this is a good question. I feel like I want to do more travel related content because I want to travel and show people places that I get to see. Like, I hope to travel more and do more like content like that. So it's not just it's not just K-pop. Maybe traveling for K-pop concerts because that'd be cool. But like, I hope it's going to be a lot of travel.
So you plan to go around Korea? Well, South Korea. Cool.
Okay, that would be the first place I want to go to. It's going to be a lot of me screaming in South Korea. Like, yo!
Yeah.
That'll be the first. That is like the first dream destination for me.
Would you ever try to get into North Korea? Do you want to just have a peek over the fence there?
You know what? This is going to sound so bad, but you know that time when everyone thought that the North Korean leader was just like, we all thought he died, right? I had a plan to go to the border, like legit plan. I strategized this with my friend. I was like, if they haven't seen women outside of North Korea, they might think my potato ass is hot. So I'm going to stand there at the border and get all these sexy North Korean soldiers out when their leader dies. And I'm going to be like, hey, see what you were missing out on? Potato.
Potato.
They'll be desperate enough to take it. I will do that. That was my plan.
I have my doubts about that.
As Oddly Arthur says, this is Sarge.
Yeah, I think the most likely event that would have happened would be the North Koreans would come out, look at you as you spoke the words, would go, "Fuck you," and blow your brains out.
Yeah. Dead. You dead.
It'd be like
Instant death.
potato.
Because honestly, you're making fun of their leader. I'm gonna shoot you.
potato.
There's no doubt.
I'll be
North Korean
gone in
soldier would just shot you
seconds.
straight up.
I would be, the minute I walk in, like, hey, that guy is dead. They'd be like, so are you. So are you.
You'd be a hot potato, Sarge.
You would be so dead.
Great hot
Literally
potato.
spatter you all over the pavement.
Can you imagine my final TikTok? Like, guys, I'm about to save this guy. Hey, listen, your leader died.
Jeez.
You just hear gunshots and then the camera would drop.
And everyone would be like, well, that backfired.
1 million views.
And then anyone else would be going, yeah, that was bound to happen.
The most views I'd ever get in a stream.
Yeah, 1 million views. Yeah.
Everyone being like,
the caption, what not to do at the North Korean border.
infidel! You just hear like infidel being shouted at me, and I'm like, ooh, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, there's no other questions.
There's no other questions.
I think when the conversation starts going on to North Korea, that's when the time we need to like just end it.
Yeah, you know.
Should just now had enough?
We're gonna have North Korean hackers coming into our Twitch.
From the K-pop stands. The K-pop stands will be like, hey. Oh, no.
He's making fun of
our guy. What are you doing?
She's making fun of our car.
I pressed the wrong button.
From like Disney, Marvel, North Korea. That's how it went.
Well, you see, that's the problem. Disney, ruiner of everything good and holy to all of us. Marvel, the slippery slope of failure.
Yep.
North Korea, you'll be shot.
Yep.
That's it.
But you would think North Koreans would be happy because they will never have to see the new Batman. Never.
Yeah.
They're spared that pain.
No, but they will. No, wait, they won't. China is the one who'll see the new Batman with a few edited.
China
parts.
probably paid for the new Batman.
What? Don't speak at the same time. Say that again.
I said China probably paid for the new Batman.
Yeah.
And I think Nikita said something similar.
Yeah, I think she probably did say something.
You were vibing. You were
paid for it. You filmed here in Scotland.
Great minds, great minds, great minds.
I shit you not. Do you know where Gotham City is this year? Of this Batman.
In Glasgow.
Gotham City is now Glasgow. Do you know how many Scottish people have been making fun of the fact that Glasgow is Gotham City, the most crime-ridden city in the DC comic world? My colleagues at the company I'm working at, they all said, so they've made Glasgow into Gotham City. Well, they didn't have to do much work.
I need to roast my friend about that. Damn, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they were filming up. I think it was
earlier this year.
It was earlier when I was working at KPMG. Obviously, I don't work there anymore, but I was temp working at KPMG. They were filming up the road where our offices were. They were actually filming a couple of the scenes with the Batmobile and all that stuff. I didn't sign a non-disclosure. I can tell you that car looks like shit. The Batmobile looks like crap. I didn't sign a non-disclosure, so I didn't have to actually mention anything. That thing looks like a piece of crap. It's not nice.
We had the new Batman rant.
Yes.
No, we're not.
Well, this is the new Batmobile rant. This is different.
Yes.
New brand.
It's the shittest Batmobile of all.
No. That can be next time.
Yeah.
No, you know what? It's like they went to Sweden. Spoke to the guys from CD Projekt Red and said, look, can we take a couple of your ideas for Cyberpunk 2077? And they were like, okay, you can take a couple of small ideas. And they were like, all right, we'll just take the entire design of your cars and put them into the Batmobile. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good idea. Not a good idea when Cyberpunk is coming out.
Anyway.
In Scotland, so oddly Otter said in Scotland because of the sun.
And he wants to know, can he hear of a movie that you actually like?
Yes, you can. Deadpool. That 1917, which I haven't seen yet, but apparently is a great movie. I've read parts of Dunkirk, which I'm planning on seeing soon. But movies I like. I'm not going to mention the ones that Kez watches because I do like them, but I'm not going to mention them.
The Notebook.
The
what is
Hobbit.
it?
The Hobbit 1, 2, and 3. Lord of the Rings 1, 2, and 3. Christopher Nolan's Batman. I do like those. The Ocean's movies 11, 12, and 13. Get Into the Greek. And Mad Max, funny enough.
Just reading the movies we have.
Because we wouldn't have them on Blu-ray if we didn't like them.
He's looking down at the DVD list.
Okay.
I was
Naming the
wondering what he was doing.
What
'cause
is
he was
reading?
Because
Yeah.
I wouldn't have them on Blu-ray if I didn't like them.
Okay.
Facts.
That makes sense.
Band of Brothers.
But anyway, Sargent Curry Pants, where can we find you, or where can the people
Oh, yes.
find you on the social media world?
You can find me on Instagram, SGT Curry Pants. Same on TikTok. Used to be that on Twitter. Now it's Ghosty Curry Pants because K-pop.
Reasons.
But yeah, it's the same on Twitch as well. Sargent Curry Pants, and yeah, basically.
So, you might be changing it from SGT Curry Pants to SGT.C.Pants.
Yeah, so that I can fit it on a nice cap like Geekoscopy because I've been staring at his cap the whole time. I want one.
Yeah.
However, do not sell them
I'll try and organize for you.
here in the UK because pants, not the same thing here as they are down there. Pants here is what you wear under these.
Underneath.
So these are trousers,
Oh, you
and
wear
what you wear
trousers.
under your trousers is pants.
Pants. Like,
So
it's
your
the same in
underwear,
Japan.
it's not underwear, it's not panties, it's not boxers, they're pants.
So even for girls, it's just they wear.
No, they're
they
knickers.
wear
They're knickers
pants.
for girls. But same thing. Pants for guys, knickers for girls.
Oh,
Yeah.
but that's
June?
so complicated.
Yep. James,
Right.
where can we find you?
You can find me all over the internet at Geekoscopy. And I think if you're on Twitch, I might be reversed. So let's try and mirror that.
You are definitely reversed.
Oh,
He's going to go
no.
upside down.
Upside down.
That's the wrong one. No. Wait, technical difficulties.
call-
No.
Epic work. Look at that. Upside
No.
down. He's got to go upside down. Otherwise it doesn't work. And then
Almost there.
eventually...
Almost there, guys. I will figure it out.
Stopping
I will
the
figure it
camera.
out. I will figure it out.
We
No,
are-
Oh,
no.
yes, you should have
Almost.
accidentally up
There
on
we go.
purpose.
No, stop.
I
There
thought
we
it
go.
was on
There.
purpose.
I thought that was on purpose.
Full 360.
Geekoscopy.
Yeah, he
you can
did.
find me that.
He normally does do the whole upside down and then that way.
Yeah.
But the rest of that was all new to us. We
It's
didn't
new,
know that was
yeah.
going to happen.
There's some
was
special
all-
special
All he had to
flourish.
do was turning his hand that way. But boy, when did a whole 180
Completely upside down, yeah.
and-
He knows his shit. That's why.
At Geekoscopy.
But anyway,
Magic.
yes.
Movie
All right,
magic.
so I would like to say a few things though before the SA Geeks actually do bugger off. Firstly, I would like to say Jono unfortunately buggered off, so I can't say it to him. But Tom, Butter, thank you so much for the messages. I saw the videos. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for dropping those messages.
How you sing and play guitar.
Yes, Otter, you are by far the best guitarist I have ever seen. On an untuned guitar, an untuned Happy Birthday was so epic.
And that's weird. An anonymous cheerer gave us 10 biddies. Thank you, an anonymous cheerer, for the biddies.
Thanks for the biddies,
No.
anonymous cheerer.
Pretty hype. Get your
I don't
hype
need to say it,
emojis.
but I don't really need to say it again, but I will say it again because I can. Thank you so much for the birthday messages. I do appreciate it.
you.
It was really awesome.
welcome.
It did mean a lot. No, I didn't tear up like Zaffa did. I don't cry easily. It takes a lot to make me cry.
Next time,
a lot
next
more
year. Next year, that is my goal. Make Zoftif you cry.
But thank you. I do appreciate it. Nikita, you didn't say anything to me, so I can't say anything.
Listen, I didn't know y'all were doing
didn't
that
get-
thing.
There was so many people.
So many
know.
people.
I had to make
wasn't
it
even
at some point.
told. This
Nikita,
is where
I'm
my
sorry.
magnificent
sorry.
petty side comes. I was like, well then. Nobody even found me
Joking.
on my Twitter. Like, no, I had to find you guys.
That's
You
true.
didn't even miss me.
That's
I
true.
was like, SA Geeks are here.
had to make the cut somewhere. I'm sorry.
I also want
You
to
didn't make the cut.
express my birthday-related love.
There's always next year.
There's next
And you
year.
can join us for our... hey, we can play games for our anniversary next month, so...
I will make both of you cry on your birthdays.
Are you guys still doing
Depends.
that 2012 days, whatever
stream.
days?
I'll message her.
Okay. But anyway, yes. So thank you guys so much for dropping all those lovely messages. I do appreciate it. It was epic. It did give me the feels. It just didn't make me cry. That's all. I don't cry very easily, as you know. But nonetheless, thank you so much for all those messages. I do appreciate it. A couple of things that we are going to be doing. Tomorrow, you're going to see me again on Gran Turismo. I'm going to be racing cars, but racing cars. I don't have a steering wheel yet. I'm sorry. But yes, you'll see us again tomorrow. Tunes you'll probably see on Wednesday. Wednesday?
No, he streams tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Tuesdays, Thursdays,
Tomorrow night.
Sunday. Yep.
Oh, you'll see Tunes again tomorrow night. So when we stop, he'll be on. So you can jump over to him as soon as you're done with us. See, we're smart. But you can follow us right here on Twitter. You can follow us on YouTube and subscribe to us on YouTube. Actually, would be preferable.
There's Twitch.
Right here on Twitch.
Right here. Click that follow
I was
button.
like,
I had to fuck up at least once. Come on. Follow us right here on Twitch.
we
You can
all had
subscribe
a
to us on
moment.
Twitter.
It's only Kez that's like untouched. Kez was just perfect the whole time.
Oh, no. You have not seen her before streams. She ruins them quick. Actually, no. She ruined the beginning of the stream by making me forget what I was saying. That's all on
Well,
her.
that's because Kez is beautiful and makes everybody forget what they're saying. Like it's an occupational hazard with Kez.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't let her bend
It's an
over in
aura.
front of me.
They're to this Kez.
Because, you know, her ass, it doesn't quit. But anyway, so you can follow us here on Twitch. Follow us on Twitter. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. We will be putting some videos up. Some of the yes, I don't know why
She's twerking.
I don't know why she's making the unicorn twerk, but anyway, you can follow us on all the social media. We are everywhere. We are the SA Geeks. We have to be everywhere because we're weirdos.
We're gonna go raid the men.
We're going to go raid the Mole Men. Very close
the
friends of
Mole Men.
ours. These guys are awesome. So if you haven't already followed them on Twitch, follow them now. Now, as soon as you go over, follow them. But guys, remember, as always, keep it. Bye.